Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports Affairs, Ram Prasad Reddy Garu, Honorable Member of Legislative Assembly, Velakpudi Ramkrishna Babu Garu, and a person who I think I will always, I think hate is a harsh word, but I'll envy, because the great constituency of Gajuwaka gave him the highest majority ever in Andhra history. Gaurav Palla Srinivas Garu, Srimati Swati Chalmasetti Garu, the woman behind Anil, who stood fast, woman of very few words, but has committed to support this great institution. The movers and shakers of Visakhapatnam who are all here. To all the coaches, distinguished guests, and my dear children, thank you very much for being exceptionally patient. And the reason we are all here, PV Sindhu Garu, who has made every Indian proud when, the Indian flag was flying high and then we had our Indian anthem there. It really made us all very proud. So thank you, Sindhu, for all your support. And also her better half, we should not forget. Datta garu kampatledu. Ikkada unnaru. Thank you for your support. Thank you for believing in this institution. And yes, you have 18 months to complete. So I stand here looking at the young kids who have shown up in the mid-afternoon. One thought comes to my mind when I look at them. The future of India is sitting in front of us. There is raw passion, talent I see in this room. And I believe that this institute will enable you to harness, build on top of it. And we all don't know where life will take you. But one thing I believe, that this institution will be a catalyst in that growth. Many years ago, there was a little girl who dreamt of wearing an Indian jersey. Every morning she would wake up before even the city of Hyderabad would wake up. And she was already in the court practicing, then going back to school studying, coming back and again training. There were no cameras like they are there today. There were no headlines. There were no medals. But sheer determination, discipline, sacrifice has made who she is today. And today, the world knows her as an Olympic medalist, a world champion, and one of India's greatest sporting icons. We are proud to call her our very own dear Sindhu. People see the medal, but they don't always see the journey. Behind every champion, there is a mother who waited outside for a girl, a father who believed in her daughter, and a coach who never gave up. Today, I'd like to offer my heartfelt respect to Shri P.V. Ramana Garu, sitting in front of me, and Srimati Vijaya Garu, who's also here. They did not win Olympic medals, but their perseverance, their support has ensured that India has an Olympic champion. And we'd like to thank you from bottom of our heart for doing this great service for our nation. I'd like to salute to every coach who's been part of Sindhu's journey, because champions are not made overnight. It requires a lot of patience, rigor. All of us have our good days, bad days, but our coaches always stand by us. And champions are built with patience, discipline, and faith. I think a few weeks ago, I had an opportunity to meet all the Andhra sportspersons who are going to represent India at various international sporting events. Then Sindhu was kind enough to join us for dinner that evening. And one statement that she made stuck with me. She said, "I'm no longer 19 years old." That really stuck with me. And the reason it stuck with me is that, for her, it's not just about winning medals. It's about how can she institutionalize the journey that she's had, the exposure that she's had, and how can she leave a legacy in Andhra Pradesh that will ensure it's not just about one Sindhu, but generations together will be inspired by the journey that she has come to achieve. And then she can transform Visakhapatnam. And that is why we're all standing here in front of all of you. Friends, today's invitation carries a very beautiful thought. Every champion begins with the first line. Today we are not just laying a foundation stone, we are writing the first chapter in the journey of thousands of future champions. Perhaps the next Olympian champion is sitting right here. No stress, but let's work hard. Perhaps the child does not even know that yet. But our responsibility is to make sure that the child gets the best opportunity that the world can offer. One thing is common amongst the world's great sporting nations. It's that they never wait for champions to be born, but they create an environment where champions are made. Australia has built the Australian Institute of Sport. Qatar has built the world-renowned Aspire Zone. India has created the Inspire Institute of Sport. These institutions have produced athletes who have made their nations proud. Because great nations understand one simple truth. Olympic medals are won by athletes, but Olympic dreams are built by institutions. And I believe PV Sindhu institution will be one such institution that can inspire and challenge the youth who are sitting here. This academy also began with a dream close to Sindhu's heart. And as she just shared, when she met the Honorable Chief Minister and shared her dream, for people who know our Chief Minister, Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu, he likes to challenge us. He likes to question the status quo. He likes us to think beyond the current thought process. Then he looked at Sindhu and said, why only badminton? Look beyond badminton. Build a center of excellence across sports where a child who has a dream across sports can come here, learn, train and excel. And that is the manifestation that you see here that's happened. That is the difference between building a facility and building a legacy. Today, this will not just be a badminton academy. It will be a home for badminton, swimming, gymnastics, shooting, weightlifting, basketball and even football. And every young athlete who walks in with passion and walks out with a purpose, this vision reflects the multi-sports center planned for the campus. For many years, young Indian athletes looked around the world to learn from the great sporting institutions. I look forward to the day when young athletes across India will say, I would like to go get trained at the PV Sindhu Center for Sports Excellence in the great city of Visakhapatnam and great state of Andhra Pradesh. That will be the day that will make me very proud. When Andhra Pradesh will not just produce champions, but it will become a destination for potential champions. I would like to congratulate Sindhu, not only for winning medals for India. I always send her a message and I must admit that she is a lot prompter than I am in replying to those messages. But I would like to thank her for choosing to giving back to the next generations. It is not easy to build an institution. Especially being a sports person and trying to build an institution is not at all easy. As you just appealed, you do need the support of the movers and shakers of Visakhapatnam and of course the movers and shakers who are on dais. On your behalf, I won't let them sleep. I will ensure that together we will support you and make your dream a reality. And I'd like to appreciate Datta for his commitment to turning this vision into reality. You have 18 months. Rest assured, we will be reaching out to you to get periodic updates on how the project is progressing. For every great step, there will always be people who will say it is not required. But then it requires people who believe that vision, who believe leadership behind that vision. A lot of people, when Cyber City was getting built in Hyderabad, questioned whether computers would feed people. They also questioned the engineering of the building, saying that it's on pillars, it will not survive. It will actually come falling down. But that building became a catalyst for the entire IT revolution in Hyderabad, I believe that this institution will become a catalyst in the sporting ecosystem that we want to build in Andhra Pradesh. I would like to thank my Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, because he's believed in sports not today. Way back in 90s when no one really believed in sports had future. When people questioned why we should give government jobs to performing sports person. He believed in it. He believed that it's important to be fit. It's important to inspire a next generation of youngsters to choose sports as a career. And because we understand his vision, it becomes very easy for me and my Honorable Minister to push a lot of policy matters at the cabinet level. And his encouragement has always been with every athlete and with every generation. And that's what I believe that his leadership provides to the great state of Andhra Pradesh. Not every child will become a doctor. Not every child will become an engineer. Not every child will become a scientist. Let alone a very few will even choose politics as a career. And not every child will be an Olympian. But I believe every child is born with a gift. And the responsibility of every government and a good education system is to enable that child to discover that gift. And that is our commitment from the state of Andhra Pradesh and from government of Andhra Pradesh. As an education minister, I believe the importance of education and sports. Yes, classroom builds knowledge, but sports builds character. A classroom teaches us how to think. Sports teaches us how to fight. And both, I believe, are equally important. That is why in Andhra Pradesh we have taken Saturdays as a no-back day. And we have asked the children which sport they want to pursue. And under the leadership of our Honorable Minister and the Chairman of SAP, we have procured the tools required, the equipment required for the child to harness their interest in a particular sport. You know, it was very interesting. Last, I think it was Sunday, my Honorable Chief Minister asked my son, how many sports did you change so far? You started with chess, you went into swimming, then football. No, where are you? He said, now I'm into cricket. So, children discover. And as an agenda of government is to enable every child to discover what their passion is. Because some of the life's greatest lessons cannot be learned sitting at a desk. They are definitely learned on a playground. Sports, I believe, does not only produce medal winners. Sports produce better human beings. It teaches us discipline before success, respect before victory, and humility after victory. And definitely courage after a defeat. That is why every child should play a sport. Not because every child will win a medal, but because every child will win confidence. And Sindhu, I really need your support in building out our vision for sports. As you're aware, with Mithali and Shri, we're working on She Plays. How do we encourage women more in sports? I know it's not easy. Your parents believed it because your father was an amazing volleyball player, but not every parent believes in that. So it's important to believe that conducive ecosystem to especially enable girls to really thrive in sports. And it's important that you become a catalyst in inspiring not just one, but multiple generations together, where women can really look at sports as part of their career opportunity. So I look forward to working with you on building out the entire policy and ecosystem. As a state, we are committed to our young athletes who are here. We are here to support. Anytime, anything, our doors are always open to you. The SAP chairman, Ravi Naidu, though has come out of university politics, understands the importance of sports, understands the vision of my chief minister. So we are always there for you. We believe that no child should lose an opportunity because an opportunity was not available to you. So we are here. We stand for you. Go conquer the world. Make Andhra Pradesh proud. Make Bharat proud. And before I conclude, to the parents who are here, thank you very much for believing in your children. thank you for giving them an opportunity to pursue sports as a career. Because we see champions after they win, but you see champions as soon as they're born. So your support means a lot. To every coach who's here, thank you for your support. It means a lot for us. You build confidence, you build character, and in many cases, you build a life. Every medal has one name on it, but every medal carries the sacrifice of a family and a dedication of a coach. My dream is very simple. I want Andhra Pradesh to be known not only for producing great students, not just to be known for building or bringing in great industries, but also to be known for producing great sports persons. I want parents to encourage their children to play. I want every school to celebrate sports. I want every daughter to walk onto a playground with confidence. And I want every child to believe, if Sindhu can do it, I can do it. One day, a young child will walk through the gates of this great academy carrying nothing more than hope. Years later, that same child will walk into an Olympic stadium carrying the Tiranga. The world will celebrate the medal. India will celebrate the victory. But we will all together remember where that journey began. It began here with a dream, with a family that believed, with coaches who guided, and a government that created opportunity, and with one academy that refused to think small. I congratulate Sindhu, Datta, Ramna Garu, Vijay Garu, every coach, the wonderful architects, of course, the contractors, to the rowdy batch is quite clear. అయ్యా ఇక్కడ మీరు చప్పట్లు కొట్టి వెళ్ళిపోతాం కాదు, 18 నెలల్లో మీరు కట్టి పూర్తి చేయాలి. ఛాలెంజ్ యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు కదా. మే 2028 గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి శ్రీ నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారికి ఇక్కడ వచ్చి రిబ్బన్ కటింగ్ చేస్తారు. లేదంటే మీకు కటింగ్ ఉంటుంది చూసుకోండి. On behalf of Government of Andhra Pradesh, I assure you that we'll continue to stand by you with every initiative that you take. Let us train better, compete harder, and make India proud. Because today, we have not just laid foundation to a sports academy, we have laid the foundation for the next generation of Indian champions. The greatest legacy of a champion is not a medal around their neck. It is the dream that they ignite in the heart of every child. And I'd like to congratulate everyone here, and especially Sindhu, for igniting the hearts of every child. You will continue to have our support. You will continue to have, in every way possible, our backing. And I'd like to thank you once again for choosing Visakhapatnam, because Visakhapatnam is the economic capital of Andhra Pradesh. And in front of our eyes, we'll see in the next decade and a half, how Visakhapatnam will lead India in terms of growth. And I'm sure your academy will enable Visakhapatnam to lead even in the sporting ecosystem in the great state of Andhra Pradesh. So thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And Jai Hind.